everyone, welcome to Squatting Saffron. In today's video, I know that there are some people out there who are still not into the gym or have been on another lockdown. Because of this, I'm going to be filming you guys a dumbbell back and bicep workout. It is going to be challenging and we're going to be using some bands, so I'll show you all the equipment and all the exercise that you need to build really strong back and pumping biceps at home. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before getting started, you want to stretch out your muscles and you want the blood already pumping down to the working muscle. So you want to pre-exhaust your muscles so that then when you're actually going to do the exercise, your muscles will kind of already be woken up until we do the first set of exercise. So I'm just using a band like this, and it could be a thicker one, it could be a thinner one, your choice, but I am going to be doing curls with these and I will be doing back rows. So this is going to be used as a warm-up. We're going to begin with the first exercise. So I'm going to grab my two 15-pound dumbbells. That is all I have at home. Feel free to use what you have at home, but we need two that are the same weight. And we're going to be doing hammer curls. So hammer curls are essentially, you're going to bring up the weight and you're going to hold. This is your end position, and then that is your starting position again. So you're going to do these about 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 12. You can even do 4 sets of 10 if you're really up for the challenge. So with this, you can do 1 bicep at a time, or you could do 2 of the biceps at a time. So if you really want to contract just 1 muscle at a time, that is perfectly fine as well. But if you really want to pump both of them at the same time, go ahead and curl both of the weights all the way up. Don't bring them all the way here because we're losing the contraction of the bicep, and then do not lock out as you're going down because we are not doing the triceps. So we are going to keep the tension up and down throughout the whole movement. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to be doing biceps again. You're going to grab just 1 dumbbell, whichever 1 dumbbell you have. I have a 25, so I'm going to grab that. If you have that 15 or whatever that you have, a 10, you're only going to need 1 for this. You're going to place the dumbbell in your hands. Make sure the thumbs are in a very nice position like that so it's comfortable for your fingers. And we are going to curl with this. So we're going to start from here and we're going to curl all the way up and squeeze the bicep when we come up. Okay, so the next bicep exercise I'm going to show you is going to be a little bit challenging, but stick with me and I promise you this is a really good exercise. If you really don't have a lot of equipment and you want to get that pump up for your biceps, what you're going to do is grab two 50-pound dumbbells or whichever one you have at home, and I'm going to put one and I'm going to hold it just like that while I'm working with this hand right over here, and then we're going to alternate. Now, there is a common thing that people do is that they will curl as they go up, like so. Personally, I feel that when the bicep and our arms are already out in a curl position, ready to go, I feel like that's where I can make use of more of the exercise and use my biceps to its full potential. So I'm going to place one in my hand, not doing anything, and this one is going to be the working arm. So I'm going to start this way. I know a lot of people do traditionally. They'll pick up the weight and then they will curl as they get here. But to me personally, I feel like the only time a person is curling is this, when they get to this point. At this point, you're not curling, suddenly you turn and then now you're curling. Versus my preferred method is to go ahead and supinate the arm ahead of time and curl all the way up. So I hope you guys can feel the difference, and honestly, this is my favorite exercise because you don't need a lot of weight. It will burn. As you saw on the exercise that I just showed you guys, it burns so much. Keeping one arm fixed while working the other arm and then changing the position and keeping this one fixed and this one running is very hard. It is like the absolute killer for a beginner if they want to get their biceps pumping. On each of these, you guys can probably see I only got like 6 to 7 reps of this, but you guys can do 6 to 8 reps, sets of 3, and that is 6 reps per arm. So for the next exercise, you're only going to need one dumbbell. This is great if you have limited equipment anyway, because you only need but one. So pick whichever weight is comfortable for you, and we are going to be doing one arm single bicep curls. So let's get our dumbbell, and I am placing this dumbbell like I would be placing, like, give me something to eat. So cupping my hands into the dumbbell like so, and this is gonna be our starting position, and this is gonna be our end position, and squeeze the biceps. So for the next exercise, I have chosen to sit at my staircase. If you don't have a staircase, you can always sit against a wall and have your back flat against the wall. You're gonna grab one dumbbell. This is gonna be really weird because I don't know what to call this exercise, but I came up with it over the summer and I really felt the contraction in my muscle. So I'm just gonna call this scrunched or squished dumbbell curls, because this is the best idea that I could think of. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna sit on the staircase or on a wall. I prefer a wall, but for now I'm gonna do this because that's what I always did. And you're going to squeeze your arms into your knees. So here's my knees. I'm squeezing my elbows into it and maintaining my arm in that fixed position right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my dumbbell and I'm going to curl with it. I really don't know what to call this, but squished arm curls. That's the best one. If you like a preferred name or think of a name that's better for this exercise, please let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to get my dumbbell. I'm going to squeeze my elbows into my knees, I'm going to be starting my position. So this is gonna be my starting position. I'm going to curl up. And when I curl up, I am squeezing that bicep again. So you can see that contraction right there. So now it's time to get some back workouts in. I'm gonna grab one dumbbell and I'm going to be doing one dumbbell back rows. So starting off with my dumbbell, I'm going to hold it thumbs comfortably around the dumbbell, and I'm going to slightly bend my knees. This is gonna be my starting position. Make sure your back is pretty flat against here. And you're gonna grab your dumbbell and you're going to row it up and contract the back as so. So we're just going to go all the way up and maintain that contraction. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do that previous exercise I showed you with the dumbbell back row with a band. The cool thing with a band is you can increase or decrease your resistance. So I'm going to place this under my feet, like so. Just like we did on the warm-up exercise, you're going to bend and you're going to contract up. The cool thing is that if you grab the dumbbell closer, or the band, if you grab the band closer here, you will have less of a contraction. And it will be much easier to do the exercise. If you grab the band all the way towards your feet where it is placed, and you pull all the way up so you have extra band hanging out, the harder it will be to do. So that's why I like these bands, because you can't, obviously, if you're working from home, you can't increase or decrease the weight, but you can increase and decrease the tension and how you bring it to the muscle. So holding it a little bit more towards the feet is going to be a bigger and much sturdier stretch, versus if you go all the way up, it's going to be more of a looser stretch. So if you're up for the challenge and you can't increase your weights, these bands are really awesome to use. Now I'm going to be using 2 dumbbells to show you how to do a dumbbell row. Same thing, you want your knees slightly bent and you're holding the dumbbells at your knee and you're going to bring it up and contract. Okay, so now we're going to be doing single dumbbell back rows. I'm grabbing this little thing right here to hold so I can do my rows, because I'm doing single arm and I need the balance. You're going to choose one dumbbell, any size, any weight you have, and what I like to do is kind of have my knee slightly bent like you would do with all the other back rows that I showed you, but only one of your working leg, which is this one right over here. This one is going to be slightly bent, and this is going to be my starting position, and I'm going to go up and contract the muscle. Notice my back is also pretty flat. It does not cave in or it does not hyperextend this way. So you want to have a nice neutral back when you do this. Okay, so for the last exercise, I'm going to be doing a version of the lat pull down with the band. I've put the band slightly up because I'm going to be on the floor, on the ground, and sitting down and doing it, so I need that big of a stretch. So it's going to be all the way up there like we would as a lat pull down. And again, if you hold it a little bit from here loosely, it will be less contraction. If you hold it from the top, it will be more contraction. Thus, it's going to be a little bit more challenging to work the back. Okay, so that is the end of today's workout. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys got your biceps and back pumping real good, and you can get strength sitting in the comfort of your own home, because situations are very crazy at the moment in the world. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that notification bell and let me know how you did in the comments down below. And if you want to know more dumbbell workouts, then click my other two that I have. And I hope you guys give it a try, and I'll see you guys till next time. Bye.